What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing and installing the Bully tailgate net. This is the mid-size on my 2007 Chevy Silverado. $16 on Amazon. You can get yourself one of these. $16, that is cheap. That you cannot beat that price for what you get. And you may ask why would you want a tailgate net? They're ugly. Some people may think are cool. It might look good on my truck. That's what I'm hoping, because I don't think they're ugly. I hope it looks good, but we'll find out here in a minute. But they could look good depending on your taste. But the main reasons are to reduce air drag and to lighten your truck up. So you take off your tailgate, you're losing like 50 pounds, at least 50 pounds. And then, when you're driving down the highway, you have a lot of air scooping over the roof of the truck, and it goes down into the bed of your truck, and then it hits that tailgate. Theoretically, a tailgate net can increase your fuel consumption. Like, theoretically, it is true and everything. I just don't know how much of a difference it actually makes. Maybe you get like 1 mile per gallon better. But that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for a little bit of just a change in the look of the truck and maybe some better gas mileage. I got the mid-size tailgate net because the large ones, like for full-size trucks, well, come on, this is a Chevy, this is a 1500. Trucks don't get much bigger than this. I did my research before I got this, and I found that like most people who got the full-size tailgate net, they're really floppy and loose on the back of the truck, just because the truck's not wide enough to keep it tight. So I would not recommend getting those. I don't know what truck it would fit, because like I said earlier, I don't know how much bigger they get than this. So if you have like a F-150 or a 1500 or something like that, I definitely get the mid-size one, even though it's still pretty much a full-size truck. So inside here you get the net, and some screws and mounting hardware. You also get some instructions on how to install it, which you guys shouldn't need that, because I'm gonna show you how. I'm gonna show you every single step. So this is the net itself. Now, let me hold it up real quick. Let's see how wide it is. Oh, jeez. Alright, well, this is kind of smaller than I expected. Let me pause this and think about this for a second, because it's kind of small. Alright, so I got some duct tape. Over here. See this right here? I got some duct tape. I duct taped it up just to see kind of like how it would fit, what it would look like. So I think I'm gonna go with it. It doesn't look too small. I think it'll work. It's kind of small, but I don't want the big one to be all loose and floppy. You know what? Screw it. 16 bucks. Can't go wrong. Although I'm gonna have to drill into the truck, so I do kind of want to make sure that I'm gonna be willing to put holes in the truck for this. Now that we got that decided, make sure you guys decide this, because it is important. Theoretically, the only thing that you should need is a drill. In this case, a impact gun. Impact driver. An impact driver. The research that I did before I got this entailed that it had self-tapping screws, and everybody said that they sucked, that they would just break, and you had to get your own. Well, looking here at the packet of hardware, there's no self-tapping screws. So I'm gonna have to pre-drill, which means I'm gonna need a drill and a drill bit. probably a 1/8 inch drill bit. So before you even start the process, you want to make sure you have the right tools. You want to have a drill and a drill bit so you can pre-drill the holes, and then that's all you need. This is like these are like Phillips head 2s, so just have a little P2 attachment. Here's a little thing to consider that I just realized about the size of this, and I'm actually pretty good now that I think about it. Here's what you're going to use to mount these bad babies, and you put that in there, you go bzz, right in here. But the location of where you're mounting it makes a difference, because I was sitting here thinking, well shoot, that's like from there to there, you know, that's pretty significant. But this ridge right here on the tailgate is where I'm going to want to drill into, right in there. So it's actually going to be, let's see, it's going to be like that. The net itself is about 51 inches, and from the inside of where I'm mounting it to the other side is about 60 inches. So that's 9 inches of in-between space from the end of the actual net part to the truck. Divide that by 2, and you got 4.5 inches of gap between the net and where it's being mounted. I looked up the product dimensions on the bigger net for the full-size truck. It's 61 inches. So like I said, from my mounting point to where I'm gonna mount the other side is 60 inches. And if the net is 61 inches from here to here, this one's 51. Like I said before, we have 9 inches of space in between this, which means the bigger net, I would have 1 inch of slack, not to mention the extra amount that these stick out. But I have the mid-size one right here, so I think I'm just gonna go with it. So first we're gonna take off the tailgate. And also I wanted to say the material of this, it's very high quality material. It's like a rubbery nylon type material. What it reminds me of is, I don't know if you guys sorry, I'm way up here. If you guys have ever rafted before, but this is like the material that they make rafts out of, like a real strong, durable nylon, rubbery, whatever, solid. Do that. On each side, do that on each side, and then the tailgate will just like seriously just lift up. So be careful, make sure you have a hand on the tailgate when you take these off. Alright, now that I got the cables off, just lift it off like that. Easy peasy. Kind of heavy. Of course, you're going to want to set that somewhere safe where it's not going to fall over. And I'd suggest storing it just in case you want to put it back on. I'll probably end up putting it back on. We have 3 mounting points on each side. You want to measure and drill the holes evenly. All right, so we're gonna get a Sharpie and mark out where we want to drill those holes so we can drill them. And you know what I would do for marking the holes, honestly? You don't really have to measure it. I would just take the one side of the net, and you know where the mounting points are gonna be because these straps are there. So I just take the side of the net, put it right up against here, and then hold it to where you want your net to be sitting. So I think I want mine about right there. And then all you gotta do is hold it there, take a Sharpie, and point your marks. Now that we have our markings, we're gonna drill the holes. Easy peasy. We have our holes pre-drilled now, so we should be able to mount these now. Make sure these are nice and straight. Before you tighten it down. Alright, I have all the mounting points mounted or screwed in. This bottom one I had to flip the other way than these two because there's a little ridge on the back of my truck right here that I didn't account for. Alright, here it is, you guys, finished product. Not too bad, actually. I mean, it is a little bit small looking on the back of the truck. It's real simple to get it installed. You just get the straps, loop them through here, and then you can pull this to tighten it up. I was worried for a second, like this is getting close to actually being too small, because I was getting scared for a minute that these straps weren't going to be long enough to stretch the distance on each side, but they were. So I have about an inch of slack on each side. It's nice and tight, so that's what I was hoping for. And mainly I just got this so that things don't fall out the back, like my sandbags, you know, they don't come sliding out the back, or some wood that I have in there. The net itself is very durable, it seems, but these little things and the straps, if you're gonna be having a lot of weight exerted onto this, I wouldn't trust it with a lot of weight, just because these straps and the little mounts here are just not the best quality. That being said, it will save your stuff from falling out, and it'll catch them for sure. I just don't know how much I would trust it, but that's what it looks like. So there you guys have it, the Bully tailgate net. If you want to get one for yourself, I will leave a link in the description below for you to go to Amazon and buy one for yourself for $16. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more. I'll see you next time.